The meeting's now streaming when you're ready to start.
Thank you. I'm just waiting for quorum. I don't see Dean yet. And have we heard from Councillor Day?
Yes, Councillor Day has just joined the meeting.
Okay, great. Okay, it is 6:30 and it does look like I have quorum. So I'm going to call to order this special council meeting for Monday, September 13th at 6:30 p.m. I would like to acknowledge that we are meeting on the shared traditional lands of the Coast Salish people. Because we are meeting electronically still, I am going to just do a verbal confirmation of who's here. So Councillor Parkinson.
I'm present.
Thank you. Councillor Day.
Right here.
Thank you. Councillor Logan.
I'm present.
Thank you. And Councillor Jansen.
I'm here.
Thank you. Councillor Kobayashi, as the public may be aware, is running for the Liberals presently in the federal election and has asked for a leave of absence from council. So he has an absence until September 30th. And Councillor Baxter gave me notice that he would not be able to attend this evening's meeting either. So I was aware of that. So thank you. So I am now looking for approval of the special council meeting agenda for September 13th. May I have a mover, please? Well, actually, I guess sorry, it's been a while since I've done this. So I guess, is there any objections? If not, I will just assume that that is accepted as in our agenda. I have to work on my wording. It sounded really awkward. Okay, so that has been unanimously approved, the agenda for this evening. So now I'm going to move on to next public participation. And just before I read out what the public cannot speak to, is there anybody registered to speak under public participation, staff?
We do have two people that were registered to speak, and they are speaking regarding 5.1.
Okay, so I'll need to read this then. So members of the public will be provided an opportunity to speak, will be provided an opportunity to present concerns or ask questions of council. Comments pertaining to the following matters that have been subject to a public hearing are prohibited at this meeting: Land Use Bylaw Amendment CD 28 Zone Area 5, the Land Use Bylaw Amendment RBCD 5 Zone Royal Bay, and the bylaw number 1898 Land Use Bylaw Amendment, which is the Cannabis Retail at 1905 Sioux Road. Staff, I will have you introduce the first member of the public who wishes to speak.
Sorry, our first member is Chris. He is from PC Urban.
Great. Chris, are you there?
Yeah, I am. Good evening, Mayor and Council. Just wanted to say again, thank you to staff for all the hard work in getting us here. A lot of minor details that we're just working out in the background, but we're pretty excited by the direction we're going and think that with the help from staff and council alike, that we've got a pretty good project moving forward here. And anyone has any questions or anything on our item tonight, I'm here, and so is Brian Kozak from our team. So just wanted to again say thank you to everyone, and that I'm here for any other questions that might arise tonight. Thank you.
Thank you, Chris. Chris, how do you say your last name? Just so
Yeah, it's Carew.
Karu. Okay, thank you. I was going to say Carew, and I knew that was wrong. So.
I've heard a lot of variations, and that's one of them for sure.
Okay, thank you.
Appreciate it.
Staff, I will look to the second person who wishes to speak this evening.
Okay, so we do have Brian Kozak. He's also from PC Urban. I'm not sure if he wants to speak as well or not.
Oh, okay.
Hi. Yeah, I don't have a lot to add to Chris's point. We just want to thank staff for their work and their help in terms of helping us get us here. And again, if there's any questions that we can answer in the process here, we're more than happy to. Thank you.
Great. I think what I'm going to do is ask you to leave your camera on, because I can see the football game behind you. So I'm kidding. You can, yeah. All right. So it doesn't look like there's anybody else registered to speak. So I will go to the mayor's message. This week is UBCM. So I will be spending most of the week at UBCM. Quite excited about seeing some of the things that are happening there, and hopefully we'll have an update for council at our next council meeting. So that's going to move us on to new business, which is 5.1, which is the development variance permit for 1764 Island Highway. This is a recommendation from the August 23rd Committee of the Whole meeting. Do I have a mover and seconder? Moved by Councillor Logan, seconded by Councillor Jansen. Is there any discussion? Seeing none, I will call the question. Those in opposition? Nobody opposes. Moving on to 5.2. This is Byron Grant.
Mayor?
Oh, I'm sorry. Yes.
May I please be recorded as opposed? I did raise my hand. I'm not sure what's gone wrong.
No, that was, to be honest, Councillor Day, that was me, because what happens is when I drop, there's a screen that drops just so that I can do some things, and it was actually hiding your hand, and once I said it, it disappeared and I saw your hand. So yeah, so please, for the development permit for 5.1, staff, please record that Councillor Day opposed. The motion still passes. Moving on to Councillor Day, could you just lower your hand for me? Thank you. Moving on to 5.2, Byron Grant. This is our manager of building inspection and bylaw services. This is regarding the BC Energy Step Code implementation, amending building bylaw. There is a recommendation. Does staff wish to comment first? Or do you actually, sorry, I actually already have a mover. So Councillor Jansen has moved it. Do I have a seconder? Seconded. Thank you by Councillor Logan. Is there any discussion on this motion? I'm just going to lower hands just for a moment. Just give me a moment, please. Any discussion? Seeing none, then I will call the question. Those in opposition? Nobody opposes. Moving on to bylaws. Bylaw number 6.1. This is bylaw number 1849. Building bylaw amendment, energy step code, first, second, and third reading. May I get a mover and seconder, please? Moved by Councillor Parkinson, seconded by Mayor Martin. Is there any discussion? Sorry, I'm just lowering hands. Any discussion? Seeing none, the first, second, and third readings pass. Moving on to 6.2, bylaw number 1892, land use bylaw amendment, CD 28 zone area 5. This is just for third reading. May I get a mover and seconder, please? Moved by Councillor Logan, seconded by Councillor Jansen. Any discussion? Seeing none, I'll call the question. Those in opposition? Nobody opposes. Moving on to 6.3, bylaw number 1893, land use bylaw amendment, RBCD 5 zone Royal Bay. This is just for third reading. May I get a mover and seconder, please? Moved by Councillor Logan, seconded by Councillor Parkinson. Is there any discussion? Seeing none, I will call the question. Those in opposition? All right, gotta clear my screen. Councillor Day opposes. That motion still passes. Moving on to, sorry, lower hands. Moving on to 6.4, bylaw number 1897, land use bylaw amendment 2021 omnibus amendments. This is for third reading. May I get a mover and seconder, please? Moved by Councillor Logan, seconded by Councillor Jansen. Discussion? Not seeing any. I'll call the question. Those in opposition, please raise your hands. Nobody opposes. Moving on to 6.5, bylaw number 1898, land use bylaw amendment. This is for cannabis retail at 1905 Sioux Road. This is for third reading only. May I get a mover and seconder, please? Moved by Councillor Jansen, seconded by Mayor Martin. Discussion? Seeing none, I will call the question. Those in opposition? Nobody opposes. Motion to adjourn, please. And Councillor Logan continues to wish to leave. All right. Sorry, I got a load of the hands. I think this has to be the record. We are 9 minutes. That's got to be a record for a council meeting. Those in opposition? Nobody opposes. All right. Thank you, everybody. Good night.